So generally, when you connect to the Power BI for any source, so generally it will support multiple data sources, as you know this class, everyone, right? So here, so I'm going to connect SQL Server as a source for this example. So here, when you connect source, so here whenever you pass the server name and database name, so there is a two types of connectivity modes. The very first one is import method, and second one is direct query. So import method, so import method, by using import method, whenever at what time, particular time. So now I'm going to import the data from one table. So only this data, well, up to now, this data we can move. Right. That's it. Okay. Okay. We have to pass the documents server name. Dimple, just want to these two are not attended yesterday class. Just want giving overview. So it will take 10 minutes hardly. So we have to pass the server name. So this setup, everything, maybe I can start for the next week. So so I will take a class from morning, I think. Morning, first SQL Server, followed by this one. This is fine, right? For the timings wise. Maybe we can start 8 to 9. So 9 to 10, this class. This is fine for you, right? So anyway, you are completed for SQL Server. Okay. So here, 7 to 8. Yeah, backup task we will add. Yeah, doubts unte, yeah, we can discuss. Run hour లేదా? Yeah, we'll discuss. Maybe we can after this class we can discuss today. Yeah. So this is server name. So this is SQL. It's a SQL server. So it is nothing but a simply database. Yeah, you can go. So it is a database. So database. So database for to access this database, we require server name and database. This is server name. See here, this is server name. This once setup, everything is installed in our machine, so we can get it this. So server name, and so this is database that we created. Okay, let us go. So I'm taking for database. So this is database, and so I'm taking for this. This is a database. This database having these tables. As you know, right? Table. What is mean by table? For example, if you take department employee info, right? So let's go. As you know, recently we have completed graduation, right? So how many employees? How many? Okay, sorry, not students, right? So employees. So when you join an organization, for any organization, when you join, they will enter the data. So to give to you want to see their profile. So employee ID. So what is the first name, last name, email ID, phone number, hire date, job ID. So he belongs to which job ID, salary, who is the manager for that employee, and what is the department ID for that employee. Maybe IT department. Some of the employees are belongs to different HR department like that. So this is up to here. Leave it this column. So we have added unfortunately this column. So in this case, this is table. So I want to load this data to Power BI service. Sorry, Power BI desktop. So what is the database now? Here, this is server, this is database. So we're going to give database name as this one. So you have to give proud. So here two methods is there. When you go for import, so we want to go to import method. Okay. So whenever we are going to import, right now 9:13. So 9:13 up to data in the table, how many records are there? Those records, it will be imported into this Power BI desktop file. Okay. So that is done. So let us do. Let's see. Click OK. So now in this database level, how many tables are there? It will show here now. How many tables are there? Those tables we can able to see here. The same tables. So here not only tables and views also there. So views also it will show. So right now I'm going to select employee info. Let us do. Or location info. Let us do. I'm taking location info. Okay. So I'm loading the data. I don't record any transformation level. So I'm loading the data. Okay. So location info. For every time when you do the refresh, what it will do this query, it will do the some evaluation whether the table is exist or not. Backend it will verify it. But whatever the new table is loading, that location is done. The table is added. See here, location info. This table is imported. So how many columns are there here? Location, state address, postal code, city, state, country ID. Okay. This is imported. So now in this table, I am going to better we'll go for the small table instead of this. Okay, let us do. Now loaded for the department table, department info. Okay. So in this table, whatever the like department ID, department name, manager ID, location ID. So for this table, whatever the data we have imported, so we can able to see here. So why it is not showing the everything something. This is corrected file. Maybe yeah. Anyway, so anyway, the location info is there, right? So okay, we'll refresh it. So I want to refresh now only for this table. As of now, 0 records are there. I want to refresh this one. Right click, refresh data. Okay, refresh data means it will connect to that file and load the data. Refresh now. So data is fetched from that Excel file to here, or yeah, Excel file. Okay, department, not Excel file. Department info is nothing but a SQL server. The data is coming from SQL server. Now this data is there. So when you do import method, as of now, how many rows is there? 31 rows are there, right? So only those rows we can able to see here. So we want to after this, like this data up to now 917. So I'm going to insert one more record here. Go to the department table. Where is the department info? Right click. So edit scripts. I'm going to insert one record here in this table. So how to insert is here? Through here. 274, 275. I'm going to insert. So 275 I have inserted. So go to here. Execute SQL. So this record is inserted. That's fine now. Now let's see. I want to check department table, right? Info. So how many records are there for department as of now? So 32 records. So what is the new record here? 275. Okay, 275. Order by, can give order by 1. So we can get it, the order. So what is the last record? We inserted 275, my department 5. Okay, I have inserted this record. Can you see that record is there or not? So no, 275. So how to filter is, go to here, number filters, equal operators, give equal to 275. Click OK. So now it is filtering the data. So no data is here because this method, while this record is inserted at what time? 9:18. So this data is loaded at what time? 9:17. Okay. So after that, you want to, while going to import method, the latest data cannot avail unless you want to again refresh. You want to refresh this one. So you want to get the latest data, always require refresh data. Once click refresh data, this record we can able to see now. 30 records. See now. This record is existing. Okay. This is clear, right? So this is import method. So direct method, you don't want to refresh the data. So let's go for direct method as well as. I'm going to create now one more data set. Go to click. I'm going to give you the connection as SQL Server. So server, give the server name. So how to select the server name is select @ server name. This is global variables. So inbuilt it will come this all the things. We'll explain one by one. Go to give the server name. Control C, Control V. Wait. Control V. Database. Can give name. Okay. So right now I'm going to connect direct query. Okay. Click direct query. Click OK. So I'm going to again selecting department info. So I'm going to load. So how many records are there as of now? 32 records, right? So for this table. So department info under 2. This is a new table I'm going to create now. So I'm rename, how to rename this table is right click, rename. So we can rename it. So direct query method. So table is renamed. Okay. So first of all, this is direct query. We have to configure this here. We want to configure this report configurations. So for the direct method, the very first step is go to properties here. This is the properties format report page. So here page refresh is there. You want to this page level. I want to get the latest data. You want to enable the page refresh. So auto page refresh. You want to see the latest data every 10 seconds. So minutes. So seconds you have to choose. That's all. So that's configure. This configuration is done. So for example, I want to see in this page automatically without see now department ID. So just drag and drop department ID. So I am taking as a table visual as table visual. So here, so this is table visual. So remove do not summarize, right? So department name. So go to choose the table. Instead of count, do not summarize. So it will give the everyone value. So go to department name. So here, okay, and okay, only two columns. So how many records are there max here now? What is the max ID? 275, right? So I am going to insert one more record, 276. So 276, I am going to insert my department 6. Here, the same value and passing. Manager ID is passing. Next tab. If you go for tab, it will come for the next row. Then execute SQL. So that one you want to execute. So it will be inserted. Let's see. Execute. Now 276, right? This record is inside. Okay. So we have applied direct method, right? So let's see now. So let's see now. 276 automatically come. This time we did not refresh, right? Refresh this page. Automatically it will come. Clear, right? So what is the major difference between for that? So the latest data cannot get it through import method. We can get the latest data using direct. That's what we discussed yesterday. This guy, right? Rohit, you have any questions now? You asked on doubt, right?
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Clear right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Now today the concept is Power Query, right? So my requirement is there is a table, employee table, dim employee, sorry, department, yeah, what is that? Employee. Give me 1 second. So every time it is coming, refresh now option. Once refresh for the entire report. Okay, leave it. So my requirement is there is a table dim employee info. So here I want to see the employee info. What are the columns is there? The very first requirement is we want to refresh. There is no rows. So refresh data. So now the data is there 109 records. So my requirement is I want to create as a full name. So first name, last name, I want to create as a full name. And I don't want to these columns in the data set. That is the requirement. Okay. So in this table, I want to see always first name space or first name comma or last name. And give as a full name. We want to merge this first name, last name as a full name or complete name, this column. And I don't want to see these two columns. So how we can do it? If we delete this column, directly if we delete this column, so delete this column, it will delete. But you want to give as a full name, right? You want to create one more column. So how to create one more new column? So here, so that we can achieve two ways, either through DAX or Power Query level. So first today everything I am going to explain. DAX is a data analysis expression language. Yeah, that we can teach about after Power Query is done. DAX language is required for Power BI. Simple DAX is nothing but a simple. So I can explain first the DAX level. So I want to create as a full name. Right click here, there is a column, new column is. So click here, this is the DAX language. So here, okay, right click, new column. So here, new column is coming. So what is the column name? Complete name, right? So complete underscore name. So equal to, this is column name equal to, we have to write DAX language. What we are going to do is first name. So employee info first name plus giving some space plus last name. So this is calculated column we are going to create by using DAX. This is called as DAX language. Okay, we'll explain everything. Oh my God, what is happening? Give me 1 second. This I want to save this file. First name space last name. Okay, let me see here. So this new column is created here, right? So when I want to save this again, so here it will give first name. So there is a cannot convert values event of type text to type number. Okay, so there is an option you can write concatenate of this one. Instead of that, we can give it. There is a function concatenate. By using concatenate, we can do the concatenate of first name and last name. It will give the full name. So here, Stephen King. So if you see here, you want to see this first name, last name. First name, last name. Stephen King. Stephen King is coming as here. Stephen. If you want to give space, again we have to write here concatenate. Concatenate of space. We want to close this bracket here. Again, one more function we have to write it. So now space will come. See here, space you want to give a comma here in between. You can give comma. Okay, now it will separate with comma. So this is a DAX language. Same thing we want to achieve through Power Query. So generally, how to go to Power Query? Go to Home. Huh? So concatenate is a DAX function. We want to concatenate many multiple strings, multiple columns. We have to use concatenate DAX function. This is the DAX function. Concatenate is a DAX function. If you go for an Excel as well as this things it will come. Okay. So now the same thing we want to do in the Power Query level. That is the requirement. So I'm going to remove this column right away. So the same column we want to create through Power Query. So I'm going to delete this column. Okay, leave it. So employee info. So go to home page. So directly how to go to Power Query? Transform data. There is option transform data. So when you load any file, right? There is two options will come. Load, transform data. Remember, when you load any data, so load and transform data is there. So that time simply we can load the table. It's simple. Whatever the data is there, it will load it. You want to do any transform data means it is a ETL operation. So transform data is nothing but it's a Power Query or ETL operations. We can do many operations here. Simple, we can mash up or clean up the data. So for example, in this table, I don't want to first name, last name. So I want to concatenate as a full. In this Power Query editor, so this is query setting. So this is nothing but to employee info. This is table name. Okay, this is applied step. If you do any transformation, the step is added here. Okay, these are the options. Like what are the options are there? It will show in the Power Query level. So now I'm going to add a new column, right? There is a table here. There is a tab here, add column. So I'm going to add as a new column. Click here. So here column, custom column. Custom column is there. Just click it, custom column. So we can write first name, last name. First name and last name. This is called as mQuery. mQuery. Also Power Query. mQuery, machine learning language query. mQuery. Most of time we don't require this language, so we can do it. Click OK. So here just see added custom query. Now see here, one column is added. So every step. So now I want to rename here. So instead of here also you can write it simply. So custom query, just click setting, again setting. Now there is a custom. Simply you can give as a full name, complete name. Okay, click OK. Now the column name is instead of custom, please spaceless. This is data level issue. Column name మన ఇష్టం యాక్సెప్ట్ చేస్తారు. So for best practice, we always it can support. But best practice we always follow underscore space underscore. So without space we will give as per best methodology. Okay, clear? Clear. So now I don't want to these two columns. So what are those two columns? I don't want to now. So go to first name and last name. First name and last name. So these two columns, right click or remove columns or go to home page. go to home page. Choose columns are now. Anyway, this will helpful for us. Choose column. Out of these columns, choose column or go to column. Choose column, what is the purpose is how many columns you want to here. Go to column, if you type go to column, it will get that column. For example, in this report, around 1024 columns is there. So we want unable to find out. I want to verify the salary column. Just click salary column and click OK. It will go to directly that column is highlighted. Salary. So that is the purpose of go to column. So choose columns, click choose columns. We have to select which column you want to as part of this report. I click, so click all. So I don't want to first name, last name. So except the remaining columns is required. I don't want to this column as well as commission. I require only these columns as part of the report. Now click OK. After that, again one more step will be added. See here. Remove other columns. Okay. So what are the columns we have removed? First name, last name, and commission percentage. These three columns are removed. Okay. So employee ID. So I want to move. There is an option. I want to move this complete name to first. So there is an option move here. So left, right to beginning to end. So I want to move to beginning. So complete name move to beginning. Then again I want to move right side of employee ID. So clear how to move. This is the way of moving from one location to another. When you save now, close and apply. Here, let us zoom. Close and apply, close. You want to close. Now we have done 4 changes. 3 changes. 1, 2, 3. 3 steps are done. So it will be lost if you close. It will, you want to apply this means if you want to save these steps, go to apply. Go to apply. You want to close and apply means you want to close this Power Query editor and save the changes. Go with this option. So we have 3 options. Apply means it will save and the page it will be saved here only. So when you click close and apply, see here. Now I want to close and apply. So the changes will be saved and that window it will be closed. So employee info, now evaluating, creating connection model. What are the steps are done? We can able to see. Even here also now, after creating employee, complete name. So here also those steps, everything is applied. Okay. So first name, last name is there here. No, right? First name, last name.
Ma'am, complete name second position change
Yeah, that only for Power Query editor level, but yeah, this is yeah, that is completely based on certain order, right? Let's see. Complete name, department name. So always in the table view side, Power Query level, we want to move that location, we can able to see. But table level, whatever the new columns created by default, it will show the last. So that is only for Power Query level. That options. So now right click edit query. So there is how to go to Power Query 2 ways again. Go to home page, transform data. Here this is one way option. The second way option is click transform data. The second way option is right click the table. For any table, right click edit query. Edit query. This one also it will open again Power Query. So if you see now here, this complete name is second position only. So in the Power Query level, So like what are the steps of applied? Only we can able to like this move position always in new column and table view. We can see the last one, the new column. Okay, let's talk about any other one. So this one done, right? Choose columns and remove rows, remove columns or remove other columns. This is one done, right? So remove columns. So I'm going to 1 second. Okay. So and also I want to remove this email column. So now, so there is option remove rows. Sorry, remove columns. Sorry, remove columns. So remove column. When you select this column, it will remove it. So we can remove it. See here, remove column. I don't want to undo this step. I don't want to need. Just into mark, it will automatically give the back that email. You want to do after any transformation level, you don't want to that step, you can cancel it, cancel the steps into mark. So it will again back to that step will come. So here there is another option, remove other columns. So when you select email, except this, it will remove other columns. So I'm going to remove other columns, except this column, it will remove other columns, right? So remove other columns. So I don't want to this step. Okay, go to back. So this is the purpose of remove columns. So you want to remove only single column or accept that one call other columns. You can based on requirement, you can choose these options. Okay. Keep rows. I want to keep top only 500 rows as part of. So I want to create a sample report, but the report I want to give only specific rows. Keep top rows. So you have to mention. So number of rows. So for example, in this example, employee info around 108, right? I am giving top 50 rows. So when you click here, top 50 rows, let's see how many rows are there. So 109 rows are there. So there is one more interview question. So how many rows we can able to see in the Power Query level? This is an interview question. So simple, see column profiling based on top 1000 rows only. Okay. So some interview question is like we can able to see all the data in the Power Query level. No, we can able to see only 1000 rows, top 1000 rows only. So I want to see now. I want to click number of rows, top number of rows 50. So here see 9 columns, 50 rows. Earlier here 109 rows are there. So that is the purpose of keep rows. Keep bottom rows or keep range of rows. You want to give like between the rows. Keep duplicates. Keep duplicates means I want to create a duplicate Why audio again? Ah, ah. And symbol. And so remove rows also. This is similarly. You want to, how many rows you want to remove? Remove top rows you want to remove. Yesterday there is one while loading the file, the top rows don't want to write. Remember. So Excel file there is unwanted column is there, or even yesterday class this online web we are loading the data from web, right? So in the web that title is coming. Yeah, we remove top rows. How many rows you want to remove top rows? So for example, this the row is starting 1, 2. I want to remove top 2 rows. Top 2 rows means 100, 101. So give this option. I want to remove top 2 rows. So when it will be start now 100, sorry 100 it will start 101. So it will start now 102. See here, it's removed top number of rows. Clear? This is top, remove bottom rows. Similarly, bottom rows. Similarly, alternative rows. Remove duplicates. Any duplicates are there, you can remove it. Remove blank rows. Same data.
Total data.
Yeah, total data. Yes. నువ్వు ఇప్పుడు కాలం లెవెల్లో సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటే కాలం లెవెల్. యా టోటల్ ఎనీ టోటల్ లెవెల్ ఎంటైర్ రో. రిమూవ్ బ్లాంక్ రోస్. ఇఫ్ మామూలుగా అంటే కొన్ని ఎక్సెల్ నుంచి మనం తీసుకున్నప్పుడు బ్లాంక్ రోస్ వస్తాయి, అప్పుడు రిమూవ్ చేయాలంటే రిమూవ్ బ్లాంక్ రోస్. చెక్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. దట్స్ వాట్. రిమూవ్ ఎర్రర్స్, ఏదైనా ఎర్రర్ ఉన్నా కూడా రిమూవ్ చేసుకోవాలంటే ఆ రోస్ ఎర్రర్ డేటాని మనం రిమూవ్ చేయొచ్చు. దీస్ ఆర్ ద ఆప్షన్స్. సో చూస్ కాలమ్స్, రిమూవ్ కాలమ్స్, కీప్ రోస్, రిమూవ్ రోస్. ఓకే. So now split column. So here if you go for phone number, right? So I want to split 515, 123, 45, 69. So based on which delimiter? Dot is the delimiter. So based on dot, we want to split this phone number. So split columns by delimiter or by number of characters or by position. Okay. By lowercase to uppercase, by uppercase to lowercase, by digits to non-digits, by non-digits to digits. So this I can explain tomorrow because I want to prepare the data for this one by digits to non-digits so that easily you can understand. ఎక్కడ ఈమెయిల్లో లేదు, అదే అందుకే డేటా లేదు కాబట్టి. యా, ఈమెయిల్ @ ఉంటే మనకు ఈజీగా ఉండేది. లేదు, స్ప్లిట్ కాలం బై డెలిమిటర్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు గివ్ @ you have to mention instead of space delimiter custom, you have to give custom and write as @. So any special character it will support. So that's the reason I can explain this split columns for all the scenarios. So I will prepare the proper data for that example. Okay. Next, group by. So I want to create department wise. This is easy. So I want to cover this one also by digits to non-digits. So I will take one example and so group by. Okay. So group by ఏంటంటే నాకు కావాల్సింది ఇప్పుడు డిపార్ట్మెంట్ వైజ్ టోటల్ సాలరీ కావాలి. సో ఇయర్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ లేదు, బట్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ వైజ్ టోటల్ సాలరీ కావాలి. లెట్స్ సీ ఫర్ దిస్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ group by. So group by department wise total salary. How many columns required? Department wise total salary. So department column is required and total salary column is required. Only 2 columns is required. Okay. So group by. So department wise. So basic column is, so by default it will give. give department wise. So count rows. Count rows is not a solution, right? We have to do the sum. So do the sum function. So what is based on which column? Salary column. Perfect. So what is the column name as? So department salary. Okay, click OK. So now it will give department wise salary. So like how we are doing in SQL Server, similarly we can do. Okay, select department ID, sum of salary column from table name group by department ID. Similarly, we can achieve the same thing. That's the purpose of group by. You want to do multiple operations at a time, so you can do multiple operations. I want to apply some. So similarly, in the query level, some count. Same thing, you can add one more row. Go to for that advanced. So add grouping, one more, add aggregation, one more aggregation. So you want to, this is non-aggregate columns, add grouping. You want to give another employee name wise. Let us just I'm telling employee ID. So just I don't want to write, just delete it. Okay. This one also I don't want to, this function. Just for example purpose, I'm telling you want to do any kind of aggregations, you can do it. So click add aggregations, add group. So two options are in the base. This is basic. By default, only one option. So if you go for advanced level, if you want to do aggregation more than one, go to advanced. So that is the purpose of group by function. So like I want to convert data type. I want to convert one data type to another data type. Select the column and convert this function. I want to give the whole number or fixed decimal number. See, fixed decimal number. Then I want to again convert to whole number. It will give whole number. See, whole number. So that is the purpose of data type conversion. You want to convert one data type to another data type. How to is this data type conversions. So now I'm going to do one more operation. So here department ID came, right? Instead of that, I want to show department name. So instead of I want to give, I don't know what is 90. I don't know the department ID as 90. I want to give the department full name. What is the department full name? Let's say department, go to the department info. Here, there is a table department info. So what is the 90 department? So executive. Okay, 90 is the executive. So I want to give 90 instead of 90, we want to show the department info. So here we have two tables, right? Department info coming from this table, employee info, different table, both. Department info, the department name is coming from department info. The salary is coming from employee info. There is a true relationship. First of all, when you connect two relationships, you have to find out a relation. Okay. So what is the relation here? If you check here, go to the here, the second step, click here, we can able to see the data, actual data here. So in this step, what is going on? So if we each step level, like if each step level, we come in here, so the step we can see the output. So what is happening this step? What is happening? So you want to see all the steps. You want to see all the steps. Go to advanced editor. There is an option. This is called as M4E. So if you are familiar, table dot first n. So if you write this one, automatically it will come. This is M4E. We don't want to do M4E. So generally we cannot do that. We always follow the transformations. So this script is called as mquery. So no need to worry about this one. So most of time, very less time we use mquery, like 0 to 1% so far. So we are very familiar mquery. No need to write these transformations. Directly you can comma and write it. Okay. So I have renamed complete name to complete name. So what I'm doing is I want to again rename this column. I want to again rename this column as full name. Okay. So here, so rename columns. I'm giving the very first one is 1. Okay. So same column does not support. So just watch it here from this source step. So always this data, whatever the data here connected, this and this step, entire data it will be stored in source variable. Okay, this variable we are passing here. This again added custom column. This DBO employee info. See here, DBO employee info we are passing here. Next check here, remove other columns. What is the step? It is the added custom, right? Added custom. Next, reordered columns. What is the output here? Removed other columns. So we are passing here, removed other column. So now I'm going to coming to here, renamed columns 1. So what is the step here? Previous output it will be stored here, right? So we want to change here. So we want to change here. So here in this step. So rename columns. So what I'm going to rename the columns as, so this is the output column and I want to give as full name. అంత స్టెప్స్ అంతా. సో ఫుల్ నేమ్. దెన్ నెక్స్ట్ ఈ అవుట్పుట్ కాలము మళ్ళీ మనం ఇక్కడ పాస్ చేయాలి. సో అప్పుడు మనము రాసింది వర్కౌట్ అవుతుంది. సో ఫర్ ఎవ్రీ స్టెప్ we have to by the end comma separate is required. For the last step no need to comma. And whatever this output, the final output, we have to give let, starting with let, and in we have to give this variable to here for the last step, right? So then click done. So now complete name it will be replaced with full name. Let's see, I did not change it at the transformation level, added one more step. See, go to here, rename columns. So let's check full name. This is the way of one example how to, if you are very familiar with the mquery, go to advanced editor. We can write mquery language. If you are familiar with mquery language, you can write. Power query ga idi power query and ee window ni power query ante. Power query lo m language ante. Deni m language ante. Okay, దీన్ని m లాంగ్వేజ్ అంటారు. సో మనకు డాక్స్ లాంగ్వేజ్ ఇంతకుముందు చూశారు కదా, కన్కాటినేట్ కాలం త్రూ పవర్ క్వరీలో డాక్స్ రాయలేదు. ఇక్కడ డస్ నాట్ సపోర్ట్ డాక్స్, అక్కడ మాత్రమే సపోర్ట్ చేస్తుంది జనరల్ గా. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ డాక్స్ ఉండదు అసలు. ఇక్కడ ఫంక్షన్ ఉంది కదా, ఇవన్నీ mquery అంటారు. ఉంది, జస్ట్ నీకు mqueryలో ఫెమిలియర్ ఉంది. నో నీడ్ టు దిస్ రైట్ ఆల్ ద స్టెప్స్. యు ఆర్ ఫెమిలియర్, గో టు అడ్వాన్స్ ఎడిటర్. అర్థమైంది, ఒకటేసారి రాయొచ్చు. జనరల్లీ మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్ స్టెప్ వైజ్ వెళ్తాం. సో నువ్వు ఏ స్టెప్ రాసినా కూడా అక్కడ each step it will consider as a one transformation, right? See here, renamed columns 1. So one transformation will come. So ఇక్కడ మనం ఏమి చేంజ్ చేసినా రీనేమ్ ఫుల్ నేమ్ అని పెడుతున్నా, అప్పుడు అక్కడ ఫుల్ నేమే వచ్చేస్తుంది. but you have to give this here. You have to give this output to here. Otherwise, it will cannot accept. It will throw error. Let's see. I'm clicking done. This variable is not there. It will throw error because that variable renamed column. See the import the renamed column one matches no exports. Did you go to error? Stop that. That's the reason we have to give the proper name. So done. So now, so you want to see what is happening each step. You want to go through that step and see. Reorder columns or rename columns or rename full. So you want to go to each step. See first rows. Any questions from online team?
No, Venkat.
Okay. So now the requirement is as we discussed, right? So use first row as header. We are familiar yesterday. So I want to this column as first row. We can talk about here, right? So sales wise data. So here, let's see here. So for the remove rows, really, when we want to use here, so there is a in the first column level, Indian states and capital list. Okay. So every column, it is the string is manipulated for that column. So I don't want to this column in the real time. So this is the source we are using directly connect to the web. So there is a URL link. Let's see what is happening here. So it is connected source, web data source, web data source. This is the URL for web. Okay. So and extracted from only for this table from web, extracted only for that table, and see up to here it is fine. So now here there is some issues. The column names starting with on which row? Column name. Actual column names are starting on second row. Serial number, state. So I don't want to remove. I don't want to this row. So there is option remove rows, remove top one. Then this row will be remove it. Let's see. I applied for the remove top rows. So that row is removed. What is the purpose of now is first row as header. So now this first row has header. I want to give this first row as header. When you click here, it will come as first row as header. Instead of column 1, column 2, instead of that, it will come as serial number 2. It will be replaced as column 1. Let's go for that step. See here. Also, you want to, I can remove it. I recreated that steps. Huh? Student. Okay, now let's see. So nothing steps are there. So now I want to give this first row as header. So when you click first row as header, that first the column names, right? It will remove and keep this first row as it's moving from low to high. So now this is the purpose of first row as header. You want to replace any values. I want to replace any values. So what we can do is we'll go for our employee info table. I don't want to this one type group rows. There is a column commission, right? Commission percent. I want to replace instead of 0, I want to give a commission for every employee 100% commission. Let's see. So generally this column will be added. There is a this guys, right? So sales executives is there. So for that employee, they have salary along with based on they have reached some certain amount. They will give commission for them. Okay. So I want to give the commission for those employees like wherever is there zero percentage. So let's say we want to filter out zero commission for how many employees are there. Let's say here total 109 employees out of 109 73 those are 0% commission. Instead of 0, let's say I want to replace with some 18 commission, 18 percentage I want to give. So value to find, I want to give 0, replace with 18. So click OK. Now see, it is replaced. Whenever you want to do any replace, will replace it. That's the purpose of replace values. Like any, it will support string for any character. It will support special characters. You want to replace any special character within the string, so we can by using replace values. Same thing we can right click here, and also this the same things will come here as well. Replace values. Okay, two ways we can do. Right click that column, replace values. Both will save. Insert. So again, I'm going to 18, wherever 18 is there, I'm going to black as back 0. Click OK. So both are similar. Okay, replace values are replaced. So anyway, these are that both options you can do. So this one clear, advanced editor. So tomorrow we can talk about merge queries, append queries. This is very important concept. So merge queries we can do multiple. So we can do here. We can join in the SQL server wise. We can concept called as joins. So we want to merge now. Let's see here. Group by, right? We have done department wise. We want to show. So merge queries, we can join with another table and get that call. So tomorrow I can explain for merge queries, append queries, and yeah, split columns. So for the remaining parts, we want to enter any data. So I want to enter the data. For example, I want to create a table instead of close. I want to create a custom table. So enter data. So we can write the table name here. Sample data. So the column name, we want to give the column name, serial number, name. We want to enter the data. Just the table is creating from through Power Query name. So like that. So we want to create, click OK. The table will be created. See here. Now sample data table is created. So whenever you want to add again sample data, go to source, click source, then again enter the data. Like from tomorrow, third record will come. So I want to add third record. Okay, click OK. So now this record is inside. So this is go to enter data. This is way of creating any table through Power Query. You want to create any table, go to Power Query and create the table and save the data. So what is the majorly when we can use it? Sometimes there is a key column, but the key column definition is not there. So based on, for example, only 5 rows is there. So we can create the key column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and give the proper description for that column, key column. So in that case, we can use, instead of we have to do hard code in the every filter level or query level. So we can do that. We can create one table. We can accordingly you can use it. ఎక్కడి నుంచి అంత చేసుకోలేము. కొందరు యాక్సెస్ ఉండొచ్చు, ఇవ్వకపోవచ్చు. మోస్ట్ ప్రాబ్లీ ఏ కాంటెంట్ అయినా తీసుకోవచ్చు. మనకాడ లైవ్ లో అంటే వెబ్సైట్ లో చూపిస్తుంది అంటే తీసుకోవచ్చు. సో లోపల వాళ్ళ బ్యాక్ ఎండ్ ఉంటే రాదు డేటా. ఇప్పుడు పాపులేషన్ ఇండియా. సో ఇక్కడ ఉంది కదా, ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ యూఆర్ఎల్స్ చాలా వస్తాయి. ఇప్పుడు ఇండియా పాపులేషన్ 2024. సో ఇప్పుడు ఈ టేబుల్ లోడ్ చేయాలి. ఓకే, పాపులేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా. రైట్ క్లిక్, కాపీ దిస్ యూఆర్ఎల్. Copy this URL, Control C. Okay, right click, new source. What is the source? Where we saw the data? From web. Very good. So here there is a web option. So give that URL. Click OK. So connect. In that page, how many tables are there? So in that page, how many tables are there? So internally, how it will work is, sorry. So here, this table is there, right? So it will Power BI will treat as this is one table. So it will show population of India, one table, and this is an India population forecast. Okay, forecast like 2020. What is the forecast? Future year forecast, nothing to future. This is like some estimation kind of. So this is the population. So every year looks like five crores populations, right? Around 5 crores, yeah, around. So the population is going to increase. This is forecast. So now here, so go to table 1, check table 1. What kind of data? This is not required. So we have to check where is our data. So this is date for India population. There is, okay, this table is not required. So you have to identify. They don't give the name, but see here population, here percentage change. So like that it will come. So live ఉంటుంది. Change అవుతుంది. When you do the refresh, it will come automatically. Okay, when you file table, the below one, this is forecast. We were discussing about population forecast, right? 2025. The same thing we saw here, right? We saw here. So India population forecast, year population. So 2030, 1514. Just validate 1514. So this one is nothing but to this one for the year of. So year population. So 2024 starting. See here. Okay. So we can do some kind of observation. చూపిస్తారు మొత్తం ఆ పేజీలో ఎంత డేటా ఉంటే అన్ని టేబుల్స్ చూపిస్తారు. సో విచ్ టేబుల్ యూ వాంట్ టు చూస్, బేస్డ్ ఆన్ దట్ వీ కెన్ అనలైజ్ అండ్ డూ దట్. So select the table. I'm going to select this table. Now by default, click OK. So this is table view, this is web view. You want to see the web page, you want to see that web page, you can see here for the entire website. So table view means we want to only see the table view, you can see here. Click OK. You observe one thing. So when you connect from web, So load, transform data, those options are not came here. Just watch it. Here two options will come, right? Load and transform. Those options are not coming here. Click OK. Directly will load. After that, you can do some transformations. That directly is connected to the click. After that, click OK to connect it to the PowerPoint. If you do any transformation, see the data is perfectly coming fine. So no need to change anything. Yeah, that's all for today class. Any questions from offline or online? Yeah, I will share this record for today class and yesterday class. Yeah, thank you all. If no questions, we can log.
Venkat, please share me the recording classes, Venkat.
Yeah, sure.
Because I'm at my hometown, I'm with mother. I need to practice everything. That's what I'm asking. If I go to Hyderabad, means it's not able to take with my baby. No time. That's why.
Okay, sure. Definitely, I will share today. So without I will miss, I will share it.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
No need to edit anything. You can share with your own voice only. No problem to me.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Some more.
Can we exit?